Thermo Conquering Mega Eagle. That's a fun little side project. I bought these tree loppers only last summer, 6 months ago, and look at these. Yeah, snapped right on the only hardened steel piece of the whole affair. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to get my money back, and there's no way I'm going to throw them away. Let's make a new, heavier, tougher master cutting edge for this this set of loppers. Yeah, loppers, not loppers. Yeah. Okay, so here's the failed piece. As is the case with most mass-produced things, steel, sheet steel components like this, sort of plate steel, I suppose. What's that? 3mm thick. It's punched out of a plate or a sheet or a coil, and you can tell that by the edge. You've got this nice clean cut halfway through where this is being forced down into the die underneath. The punch is on top, and the die cuts the first part clean, and then this bit on the top edge is being pushed down by the punch, pretty much just shears and gives up, but it leaves a bit of a rough edge. And if you actually gave a fuck about life, you'd tidy it up. But these guys don't, obviously. And you expect that for the money you pay. And we can see that rough portion acted as a stress razor, and that's where the damage propagated from. Well, I can see it. I don't know, maybe you're struggling. Oh, there we go. That corner there. God damn it. Yeah. Just from that rough edge. Okay, so you can see here the silhouette is slightly different between the original and the new blade. Put a lot more meat along the back. That's not going to get in the way of anything. I can't, unfortunately, put any more meat around the pivot, the fulcrum, if you like, because there's the linkage that gets in the way at the back here, and the pivot for the lower handle that attaches around here. So that leaves the this area here still prone to cracking, because obviously this blade, both forces are going to be moving in that direction, aren't they, or not moving. But this 01 tool steel is 4.5mm. I think these are 3mm. Thereabouts. She's a little bit girthier. Yeah. Alright, let's put an edge on this. Well, not a proper edge yet. I'm going to grind in the rough shape. I'll make the edge exactly how they've done it, with a it's a Scandi grind, basically, a single-sided Scandi grind, isn't it? You've got a shallow grind and then a more acute grind for the cutting edge. This hasn't held up particularly well. I've done quite a bit of work with this, but it is a little bit dinged up. I don't think I've been trying to cut through fences or anything. That's just the work it was intended for. All the work they would have liked you to have thought it was intended for, eh? But yeah, that could have contributed to it failing anyway. If that was a bit dull, it's definitely a bit dull and a bit nicked. Hey ho. Okay, we cut the primary bevel. It's a bit rough and ready. Bulk of it was done with a grinder, and then I've just touched it up with a file. It obviously looks a little bit different. Oh, bugger! A little bit different because of the material thickness. So the angle, if it's going to be a similar angle, goes back a little bit further. Not much further. So I think I'm going to end up with a tiny wee bit of a steeper angle, which is going to mean it's a little bit harder going through the thick stuff, but yeah, I don't know how bothered I am about that. We'll soon find out, won't we? Let's harden this whole girl. We'll just take it up nice and slow with that paraffin torch actually, and let it sit there for a while, because I've been grinding and hacking at this, haven't I? So it'll want a little bit of a wee soak, and then a dunk, and then straw, and then another quench again. It's just so bloody easy with tool steel. It is incredibly predictable, and as always, if anyone's going to start buggering around with blades, I reckon it's probably better just to buy yourself a lump of tool steel 01 rather than go straight to leaf springs or one of the more exotic steels, just because it's ever so forgiving. Which is why I'm confident this will be a great repair to this set of loppers. Okay, we just got the little monitor blow lamp. Gently warming that blade in there, that cutting edge. A bit of steel rolled up, held together with wire, and some ceramic wool on the inside. Yeah, easy peasy. Whoa. Lovely. Gonna smell nice in here for a bit, isn't it, hey? Oh, successful hot relight of the torch. We'll get it hot for the tempering outside of the little forge, just because it'll be easier to see the colour of it. Yep. Right, we can stay in the oil tank now. Alright. Blades out of the tank. It's not actually that hard, you know. Yeah, it's hardened up, but it's not. If this was a If this was a knife or something, I'd be putting it back through there and heat treating it again. But it's not. I'm sure you can all hear the file is definitely cutting it, isn't it? Not really, I mean a bit. Hey, anyway, I can always come back and harden it up again if it gets dings in it. The original wasn't that hard, and there's probably a reason for it, isn't it? So we're going to carry on, put the secondary bevel on there and see what it does. Okay, so it looks pretty good. The grind is very different to how it was originally because of the thickness of that piece of metal, but you know, just leaving them in a raw carburized finish makes a lot of sense, and it actually looks you know, kind of at home there already, doesn't it, eh? I haven't made a cut with it yet. If it was going to explode, I wanted it to be on camera. Yeah, it does take significantly more effort, and obviously you can tell by the way that's cutting, it's crushing it as much as it's cutting it, isn't it? Yeah, yeah, would have gone through there with no problem earlier. I'm gonna just carry on at that blade. I'm gonna maybe reduce that secondary grind angle a little bit. Give me a couple of minutes, if you don't mind. Okay, just had the blade off and completely reworked it. Let's have another go here. Okay. Okay. Right, let's do this bit. It's the bit we got stuck on last time, wasn't it? Okay. Maybe we're already most of the way through it. Okay, that is significantly better, and it should be. I've gone way back with this grind and forwards onto the steeper grind. Okay, we now have serviceable loppers again. I think normally, I don't know how to judge this. Maybe I'd have the handles out there for doing the thicker stuff. I don't know. But what are your takeaways from this, eh? You might be thinking, oh look, I can do what I like with my loppers because it's so easy to make another cutter. But I could have avoided this whole affair, most obviously by keeping them sharp, because the originals had got pretty dull, and you know, maybe I'd noticed a decrease in performance, maybe not, and also dressing the edges. I mean, if I was going to be really proactive here, I would have pulled this apart and got rid of all those stress razors on the blade before ever using it, but there we go. I didn't, so I'm here. But yeah, perhaps sharpening your loppers isn't a daft idea. Hey, there you go. Anyway, a completely wasted afternoon's work. Didn't pay for itself at all. I probably could have bought 3 or 4 pairs of these with the amount of labour I've put into them. But you know, I played with a blowtorch and some alchemy, basically, with tool steel. That's what I always think of, isn't it? You know, you put soft stuff in and get harder stuff out, don't you? It's quite awesome. Alright, okay, hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you later, folks. Bye bye.